Yeah, wonderful to be here. Wonderful for you to be here. Oh, I've had another dream, if you can call it that. Some might say it's my imagination, my subconscious gone wild. But I woke up last night and I was all lit up again. This time, I was not shocked. I just laid back and relaxed and enjoyed the experience. No pain. It was an enlightened moment, I guess you'd call it. But I just sat back and I relaxed, shut my eyes, and enjoyed the comfort. It's like a trip to heaven. While I was doing this, all of a sudden I found myself drifting. And a lot of you are going to think this was crazy, especially my relatives and my wife. But it's what I experienced. I should have wrote a book about the Zhanna dream, but this is a follow-up of that Zhanna dream. A little more deeper though. So I go to a place I call the void. I have the sense of traveling. And when I reach the void, there's nothing there. It's totally black. I have no eyes, I have no arms, no limbs, no torso. There's just me, as I really am. All that is there is I am. Yeah, it's 36 degrees out here. That's what the beeping sound is. But I feel no pain, no worries, no conflicts. I'm at peace. I don't know how long I'll be there. I don't believe I was there very long. Then the Zhanna came. And she told me she has other names. Her name is also Wisdom, Lilith, Ardello, Isis, in a very distorted manner on that one. That's been really distorted. But all the scriptures have her. The books of wisdom. That's her teachings. But what was neat was I did not expect this. She is so beautiful and so comforting, but she's got a spirit of a child. In this episode, this experience, as she does something that I found extraordinary, and it just has so much subliminal and I lose the words to describe it. All this is beyond English. But there are so many metaphors and symbolism involved with this. Psychologists will say it's just my subconscious expressing myself. But it goes far deeper than that. It's definitely spiritual. So I'm in the void. There's nothing in the void but me. You cannot see anything because there's nothing to see. Should I have had eyes? But I'm aware of all that is around me, and there's nothing. Then the spirit of Zhanna comes, if you can call her a spirit. Like I say, there are no words in English to describe this. And she begins dancing around me. A 3-step dance, like a waltz. And as she danced, I was the center of the dance. She would dance through me. Every 3rd step, she would pass through me. And when she passed through me, the emotions, the feelings, were beyond description again. I just can't describe it. There's a total lack of judgment, condemnation, guilt. It just erased it all. With each pass she went through me, my heart stopped. If I had a heart, that's the only way I can describe it. It was like stepping out of time. And I'll try to explain the dance. Say she was in front of me. It started off with 5 points. Then it finished up doing 6 points. The sound, her voice, so soothing. It's perfect. It's like a hum with meaning to it. So she would start off and she would step through me, 1 step. Her other foot would land, 2 steps, 3rd foot. She would go not through me, but beside me. Then her next step would be through me. And she would do this, I guess you'd call it a pentagram. But when I get the visual concept in my mind, when I think about it, my whole body becomes relaxed. And I start going into a trance state. I gotta be careful when I'm driving not to meditate on it, because it takes me to the void. Now each time at this point when she steps through me, she's facing me. Each step she takes, she turns and faces me and then steps through me. And I have awareness of timelessness. She is time. She is Kali. It's as if a breeze going through me, of pure energy, light. But I am the light. There is no other light. The only reason I can see any of her, and she's almost transparent here. She's not solid like she was before. I can still smell her. And it's like a breeze when she steps through. She's humming, but the humming conveys words, but they're not spoken words. It's like having a flash of existence throughout thousands of years. It's like a download of information inside my little brain. And she keeps doing this dance, and I'm in such ecstasy, such awe. And I'm so grateful. See, it's hard to even think about this because I just start going deeper and deeper and into myself and the feeling of relaxation, joy. But then she changes her steps and she goes into a six-pointed star if you mapped out her steps. And she's conveying the writings of all the religions that speak of wisdom. That's her. That's her conveyance. She says the Big Bang. This is a question I asked about the Big Bang. It's a made-up concept. It's a distraction. The conveyance was perception is what I perceive. What my life shines on exists. What is outside of my perception does not exist. If I imagine something, it's going to exist. It's going to take form, come into reality. If I seek a character in a human, then that human will become part of existence. If I ask a question, someone will appear to answer that question, to fulfill an equation. Everything that is perceived becomes part of reality. It's thought first, and then it's reality. And it can come with a whole history of its existence, but it never existed until it was thought of. And I know my relatives, especially my wife, they're all big into church and into Jesus. And when they seek comfort, it's Jesus. I can't do that no more. Because this is real. This ain't something where I've sat, listened to a sermon or read a book. This is something I'm experiencing. Now, this might have something to do with it. This is filtered water, zero filtered water, and I put a quarter teaspoon of Arm & Hammer baking soda in it. And I've been doing one of those every day for at least the last month. You know, before I would do some every once in a while, and big doses for a cleansing. But this decalcifies the body. So my pineal gland is being decalcified along with my kidneys, other stuff. This may be part of where I'm getting this from, or it may be part of what's allowing me to take these journeys. On the onset, like when I went to bed, I had a slight headache. You know, it's not really a headache, but it's kind of like a fatigue between the eyes. So then I go to bed, and all of a sudden all my pain's gone, I'm illuminated. Now a lot of people think a human body illuminated is impossible. I'm telling you, it's not. I don't know if I'd want to be illuminated in front of other people, but at one time I was in front of my wife. She told me to turn the lights out. She was trying to sleep. That's been 4 years ago. But now I have all this other stuff I've got to contemplate in life. Every character I meet, every human I meet, every aspect of a living thing, and everything's alive. According to Zhanna, comes from me. The world I live in, I've created. It's like the characters in your dream, where did they come from? They come from your brain. If you go into a dream and you can step back from the dream and take control of the dream, speak with your characters in your dream. They all have a past. They all believe they're real. I mean, you could reach out and catch one. They'll say, ow, and slap the crap out of you. And you'll say, ow. Then you wake up. You go, oh, it was just a dream. Well, I wake up, I got tears coming out of my eyes. I'm all choked up because of joy. Because it's an experience it's beyond taking a drug. Now, I used to get close to this when I used to drive across country. But I'd have to stay awake for 7 days. I could control it, and I could get it on demand. But this is out of my control. It's just happened. And I found one other character on YouTube. Actualization.org. Leo. He has a vid called Who is God? And it's almost like he's read my mind and taken a lot of this stuff right out of my Zhanna experience. actualization.org, Leo, is a good channel to go to and check out. He's a far better orator than I am, speaker. He's a lot younger than I, but he does an excellent job, very professional. But according to my Zhanna dream, he didn't exist until I saw it. Until I sought out his character. Because I'm seeking other people that are having these experiences. Some say it's the government with their electronics and microwaves and 4G, 5Gs, and their meters on our houses. They're putting this stuff in my head. I don't think so. And there's a crackling every once in a while. It's like a lightning bolt crackle or electricity crackle. Kind of like the crackle you hear on my phone. But I figured out what that is. It's the mount I've got, so I can do a hands-free. Makes a little crackling sound. But I'm seeking others that are having these experiences. God did not create the world so he could be alone. God's not really a he or a she. God is God. I can't even use the word God. It doesn't even come close to explaining this experience. But you're left with the realization there's only one life in existence. And we're inside it. I'm inside it. We're not outside the Creator. We are the Creator. And this is a projection of what we're experiencing. All our vision, all of our senses are created from within. Just like the characters in your dream, the city in your dream, the cars you drive in your dream. This is another fractal version of the same thing. It goes on forever and ever. Never stops. Every possibility that's ever existed is being played out simultaneously. Whether they're aliens coming to Earth and creating human beings, or some entity from outer space somewhere that came to Earth or created Earth and humans. It's all a projection of the one life. It's like being a video character. I've chosen to be this video character and play out this life. It doesn't mean my life is determined. There are set boundaries that have been established. There's rules, restrictions. You can't walk through walls, at least not all the time. You got to get a cheat code to walk through a wall. And there are cheat codes. I've experienced them. But when you stay awake for 7 days at a time, like I used to, I was able to reach the state I was last night. So, what I'm thinking is sleep deprivation can bring about an effect similar to DMT, or similar to, I don't know what all the guru meditations are called. I know there's a variety of them. There's one where they take their tongue and they they swallow their tongue into the throat, or the back of their neck, and they put their tongue up into the sinuses, and there's like a little nipple, and you connect the tip of your tongue to that nipple. I don't think my tongue's that long, even if I could swallow it. And this creates an energy path, a connection from one part of our body to another part, and it stimulates segments of the brain which produce chemicals that allow you to mentally or spiritually travel to